There was a lot of really cool things about the Future Trunks arc. However, there were quite a few stupid things as well. Today I'm bringing you my top 10 list of stupidest things from the Future Trunks arc in Dragon Ball Super.
Number 10.
Kuwaasoo. What a moron. This old guy was like Yoda and the Jedi Council from the Star Wars prequels. Actually, there's a lot of Star Wars prequel kind of stuff in this arc as a whole, with Zamasu's fall to the dark side, but Kuwaasoo takes the cake as the stupidest quote-unquote mentor in this arc. I mean, how could this guy not see Zami-chan's downfall? It was pretty freaking obvious when he murdered that mortal, like, right in front of his eyes. You know, the orange guy.
Number 9.
The timeline. The whole Zami-chan Black going to the past and essentially creating himself, the whole time paradox, and Beerus killing current Zami-chan and creating a whole nother timeline. I did this whole breakdown on my channel. You can check it out if you want, if you haven't already. But that's how they explained it. It just doesn't really add up, and I think it was a mistake. They should have gone with something much more simple, although it is fun to think about.
Number 8.
The usage of the Muff Uba, aka the evil containment wave. This was a really awesome throwback, a really awesome opportunity to actually use this move effectively, but a lot of it was just so pointless. Goku spends an entire episode learning it for basically no reason. He forgets the seal, which was so stupid. I mean, they sacrifice a lot of stuff in this arc for gags, and the gags just are not worth it. So Goku learns the Muff Uba, doesn't even use it at all. Trunks learns it on his cell phone, which I actually did like that scene, but it was really stupid. I mean, you gotta admit. He learns it in 2 seconds, and the scene with Mai and him trapping Zami-chan into the urn, that was amazing. That was an amazing scene to me, but it was all wasted. It was so stupid. It was a waste of a perfect opportunity. Zami-chan should have escaped the urn some other way than them forgetting the seal. Like, Black could have easily broken the urn and broken him out of it. That would have been much, much better.
Number 7.
Zami-chan's plan. His whole plan to eradicate mortals, switching bodies with Goku. It was so convoluted and so just too complicated. Why didn't he just use the Super Dragon Balls to kill all mortals? You would think that the Super Dragon Balls could easily do that, and then Zami-chan could have made the universe a better place just from that. Why didn't he just do that? Or they should have explained that he enjoyed killing mortals. I mean, it might be a little obvious that that's what he wanted, but his whole plan could have been much, much better executed.
Number 6.
The tone. The tone of this arc starts out very dark, very gritty, and then he goes back in time to the wacky current day of Dragon Ball Super. We're having fun. The Pilaf gang, they were stupid. I don't know if I laughed even a single time from their shenanigans. They're there for comedy relief. They don't work at all. Maybe for young kids they do. But the whole arc seemed to be struggling with itself tonally. Like, you would have a super serious scene, and then right after they would do some stupid gag, and it would just ruin the seriousness. They tended to do that a lot, actually. Have a really awesome moment, and then right after ruin it. It's kind of a trope of this series so far.
Number 5.
The power scaling. Oh my freaking god. The freaking power scaling is so freaking freaked. Like, you got Trunks, that's massively powerful now. He can take on Super Saiyan 2 Goku, who has been training with God Ki. He's been training with Whis this whole time. You can only assume that Trunks has been training his ass off to get to that level, but who knows? I guess he's a prodigy, whatever. And then you've got Vegeta, who was established to be stronger than Goku because he was beating the shit out of Black and Trunks, both doing a Gallic Gun against newly fused Zamasu, who, as we've seen, fusion is exponentially more powerful than the single being. So they should not have been able to even touch him. Or they should have just explained it away, like, oh, his fusion, because he's the same person, didn't make him that much more powerful. So Vegeta and Trunks, Gallic Gun, defeats Zamasu. The fused Zamasu, Super Zami-chan. And that was a great scene, by the way. I don't want to downplay that scene because I loved it. However, it was instantly downplayed by Goku's sorry ass, who has been, like I said, established to be currently weaker than Vegeta due to Vegeta beating the shit out of Black, and Black had beat the shit out of Goku. So how is it that Goku defeats fused Zami-chan with a freaking quote-unquote full power Kamehameha? That doesn't make sense. Why was Goku not going full power earlier, if so? And also, it would have been much, much better if he just used the Kaioken while doing the Kamehameha. Why didn't he do that? Instead, he used the Kaioken to do one single kick on the bastard. That was so freaking stupid. Okay, that might have been the single stupidest moment of this arc, but I'm just doing the stupidest things, not necessarily the stupidest moments. And another thing about the power scaling is when Zami-chan fused, I thought they would have no chance against him. They wouldn't even be able to touch him, but they did. So then I thought, okay, since this is happening, since these characters are able to stand with him to a certain degree without him flicking them out of existence, then when Vegeta and Goku fuse, they need to be significantly more powerful than Zami-chan. Now you can say that he was significantly powerful, but the fact that Zami-chan got a few hits in with him tells me that he wasn't that significantly more powerful than he was, because you got Vegeta who's stronger than Black and Goku who's stronger than future Zami-chan. Vegeta should have zero issue. He should be able to flick fused Super Zami-chan out of existence, basically. From what we've seen from Fusion in the past, that in my mind, that's kind of how it should have been. Okay, the power scaling's fucked.
Number 4.
Contrivances. For one example of this, we have Vegeto. Vegeto's back, awesome badass moment, and then suddenly we have a quote-unquote retcon to where Vegeto's fusion will only last 1 hour, which is kind of an explanation for what happened in the Buu saga, but it's not the fact that it's kind of a retcon and the fact that he defuses, it's why he defuses and why they made it so that he defuses, so that they can pull a 180 with that and have Trunks basically get the win over Zamasu, which leads into the ass pull, which was the Spirit Bomb sword from Trunks, because they needed Trunks to somehow get up to that level of power, which was basically impossible. So they made Vegito defuse, and he even did it faster than he said. That was way less than 1 hour. They should have just said it's based on power or something if they were going to do that, so that they could have Trunks come in, defeat Zami-chan, but then after that they had another 180 to where Zeno essentially kills the rest of Zami-chan. It's stupid. And a lot of stuff there is kind of just for plot convenience. You know, Black needs to have some sort of advantage over Trunks in the future so that Trunks has the drive to go back in time. So he has to be strong enough to defeat Trunks, but not too strong to where Trunks can't possibly get away and survive, because if he is, then Trunks would be dead. So they go back in time. Black fights Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and he is weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So the contrivance here is Black just suddenly getting stronger through unexplained means. You can create it in your head. I just say, okay, he just have this weird ability to where he gets stronger, kind of like Doomsday, Superman's villain. And of course you have Trunks' power, which doesn't entirely make sense. You could kind of make sense of it in your mind to a point, but the fact remains, how is he able to keep up more or less with Super Saiyan Blues, who again, Black has somehow gotten to that level of power, who knows how, and also future Zami-chan is also to that level of power. Okay, he trained for however long. But then they just create this whole thing to where Trunks is somehow keeping up with them, and then they create this new transformation so that, okay, now he can definitely keep up with them and possibly even defeat Black to a point. I mean, he defeated him that one time with the Gallic gun. But you got a lot of this stuff, a lot of plot convenience and ass-pulley kind of stuff going on in this arc.
Number 3.
Lack of explaining anything. This is also a trope of the whole series of Dragon Ball Super. The Trunks arc takes it to a new freaking level of not explaining anything, including the power scaling. Super Saiyan Tree Trunks is what I like to call it, his god form. They didn't even give it a name, didn't give it an explanation, didn't even mention it. Man, that was freaking stupid. Trunks' Spirit Bomb sword, didn't explain that at all. Goku said one throwaway line of non-explanation. He just said, oh, that was a cool Spirit Bomb thing you did. Didn't explain that at all. I mean, fans can say whatever they want to explain that away, but it wasn't explained. Zami-chan getting cut in half and then him turning into the universe or turning into a virus that took over the universe or what? Nobody knows what that was. They didn't freaking explain anything. They didn't explain it. The Omni King destroying the universe, or did he destroy the universe? Did he destroy the universe? Did he destroy the timeline? What happened there? Also, Mai, how old is she? Is she the same Mai? Is she the same Mai from Dragon Ball? Is she from a separate freaking timeline? What is going on here? How is this possible? Unless they're just establishing these characters as new characters, throwing away the characters from Dragon Ball, and these are new child characters who came in from out of nowhere and they're part of the freaking main group just to be a gag. And then Maya's growing up now and she's the same age as Trunks. No sense at all. Trunks' blue hair, I don't care about the blue hair that much, it's whatever. But he has blue hair. He used to have purple hair in this series, in the anime series. He had purple hair. Kid Trunks has purple hair, so why does adult Trunks have blue hair? Not explained.
Number 2.
I did mention this earlier, but I have to add it again because it was so fucking stupid. I was angry. This partially ruined the arc for me, in a way, because I don't know why they decided to do it. Goku versus Super Zami-chan, Kamehameha, without the Kaioken. No sense at all. It was so ridiculous. It was so stupid. If they wanted to do that, he should have done the Kaioken times 10 or something ridiculous like that. And then right afterward, fall over because his body was completely broken from the Kaioken, which was established earlier in this series. Come on, guys, get your fucking shit together. And it follows the whole trope of Goku coming in after whoever, doesn't matter who, it happens all the time. It's a trope of Dragon Ball in general. Goku coming in and fighting the bad guy and doing better than who was fighting the bad guy before.
Number 1.
Okay, my number 1 in this top list of stupidest things in the future Trunks arc, as many of you probably have guessed, is the entire Zeno Omni King subplot. I literally want to ask these guys why they did this. Why they decided to have Zami-chan turn into a universal virus and basically ruin everything that future Trunks had worked so hard up until that moment. Because how Trunks defeated Zami-chan was perfect. They didn't explain it. It didn't make much sense, but it was perfect. Him and the will of all the people gathered together, their survival, he defeated him, he even cut him in half. It was very ironic for Super Zami-chan to be cut in half, because that's what he did to other people. He cut them in half, so Trunks cut Zami-chan in half. That would have been the perfect way to end that villain. But for some reason, they decided to introduce this subplot of the Omni King giving Goku a button and him wanting a friend. Why? Why does he need a friend? Why do you give him a button? Why do you want him to call you? You know, this whole arc, the gods have been saying you guys have to handle things on your own, but no, the Omni King wants a friend, so here's a button to call him in when you're in trouble. So Goku presses the stupid button. It just ruins so much for me. And it's my top 1 stupidest things in the future Trunks arc. Why did they do that? I do understand why some people would like this and that the villain wins. It's different. It is different. It could have been done much, much better. It could have been done without this whole Omni King subplot. This was incredibly stupid and an incredibly stupid decision on their part. Trunks defeating Zamasu should have been the end of this arc. He should have defeated him. He should have won. Because it basically says, hey, it doesn't matter how much you work, you're still not going to win. That's the basic moral of this story. Hey, why work hard and try your best when you're going to lose anyway and just rely on others? Just rely on others to win for you. Why work hard in the first place? That was the whole theme in this whole thing with Vegeta and Trunks, is Vegeta wanting Trunks to train no matter what, even if there's not a threat. And then Trunks saying, okay, I'm going to try my best, I'm going to train hard, I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to save my world. Nope, he didn't save his world. Fuck that whole shit. It's like everything they worked up until then is pointless. It rendered this entire arc basically pointless. And that is my top 1 stupidest thing from the future Trunks arc. But I hope you liked this list. I'll be coming out with the top 10 coolest things from the future Trunks arc fairly soon. If you liked the video, go ahead and like the video. If you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be coming out with more in the future. But thanks for watching and have a good one.